Welcome everyone. Just a quick funny anecdote here of most expensive little Packard PA-RISC hard workstation galore. So I got donated this last and fastest little Packard PA-RISC workstation the other day. You've seen already probably a little bit of videos here. That is not my post though, just a photo example. And to my surprise, it didn't come with, where was that technical reference here? It didn't come with an audio card because it's, I don't know what the original cost was, maybe 10,000, I don't know. I would need to Google that or research that. Didn't immediately find it. Usually the stuff from Sun and SGI, 10, 20,000 or maybe even more, who knows. But yeah, and the freaking audio card is an option of all things, right? So it's like €10 equivalent thing. So of course I googled this part number, found it on eBay here, and like, yeah, I don't really need it, but yeah, just to complete this workstation, right? Who wouldn't want to spend €23 plus shipping? So here's the thing. Of course, I googled that before I ordered that, and I found this is some Philips Sonic engine here, and of all stuff I knew from the past, Creative Sound Blaster and Gravis Ultrasound and stuff, and all the generic and clones and crystals here and all this stuff. Like, I have a lot of stuff here in my archive, but Philips, I've never seen a Philips sound card, right? So I was a little bit, grabbed the Linux source code and didn't even find something like, gee, what the heck does it even work? Where you have to write a bloody driver? Like, yeah, let's order this thing. And it arrived yesterday. Here. Don't really, whatever, electrostatic and stuff. You know how sound card looks. I uploaded a fine Instagram photo here, so that's a sound card. And what I immediately noticed, right, so I ordered this for the bloody Philips IC, and I ordered that from that seller, right? And what I get is, it's not a Philips chip, right? It has huge Philips branding here. It's of course the same card, right? Exactly the same card. Also, this might have been a little bit different bent pins or whatever. But yeah, of course, it's a FCCID CS1602, right? 1602. All the layout is obviously the same, all the connectors and stuff. So yeah, turns out Philips sold. It's like, and they even have this on their, they still have it of all things, Philips still has it on their freaking website, PC sound card, PCS1605. And he even with a nice Philips label, right? Of all things Philips, I expected a lot, but I did not expect that Philips of all companies. I was already wondering, why did Philips 20 years ago had to sell of all things a cheap $1 or whatever, maybe even less than $1, whatever compatible or even Sound Blaster emulation stuff. Anyway, so now I don't have the Philips card, now I have the card, the equivalent card without the, nah. That doesn't, of course, totally not matter, but that also explains why I didn't find it grabbing through the Linux sources. So yeah, C-Media, totally generic chip, right? But yeah, I have the matching card. It's of course a, does it even have the, wait a second, Philips, did it had a Hewlett Packard? It doesn't matter. It's of course a Hewlett Packard variant where they didn't populate the game port. And last but not least, so this is CMI 8738. They even have a datasheet to download. Of course, it's not super complete, but there is an ALSA driver, right? It probably will just work. I've not yet plugged it in there. But yeah, totally generic card, not even a very good one, right? I checked it here before. Even the specified analog audio characteristics here of ADC, signal to noise ratio, DEC here of 85 dB. I think what is the 16, also is it even 16-bit or is it 18 or whatever? Anyway, it's not very good. It's better previous videos in a Reox reel-to-reel. ADC even worse. Of this 20-year-old cards, only ADC signal to noise ratio 72 dB. I would need to check the theoretical maximum of that, but is it 16 or is it 18? It's only 16-bit full duplex codec, which is, yeah, wow. And on this particular card, it should have an SPDIF output, but I would need to read the labels if it even, it's probably, or was it? Yeah, whatever. Funny little thing I wanted to share of like, yeah, you think you buy some exotic Philips IC and all you get is relabeled. C media, isn't that funny? Anyway, don't have to write the driver. There is a driver, CMI, PCI, or whatever. I will be surprised. Someone commented, a YouTube member, I think, or Patreon, even commented they use C8000 PA-RISC as their daily or secondary workstation every week or so. Amazing stuff. Yeah, funny stuff what happens, right? But also it's so silly that Philips had to sell an PCI IC and then they like choose like kinda sorta. Is it the worst? I mean, there's Crystal, right? But maybe Crystal was too much competitor sourcing such a generic no-name, I would call this. It's funny. Anyway, more videos coming. I plugged that in, we'll see if it works just to complete this. And in this earlier video I said, maybe it had, because someone even said, hey, that has USB, yes, it has USB. I said, maybe even Firewire. I was wrong, this was the audio cable. I didn't even investigate it that much. I only, when I upgraded the CPU, I had some cable in my hand and I thought it looks Firewire. I was wondering, why do they have an internal Firewire? What's going on here? But that was just this audio connector here for, yeah, audio option. It wasn't installed. Anyway, that's it for this video. But yeah, just if it's some exotic IC, then it might be relabeled. And in the most expensive workstations, you get the cheapest chips they could find for this totally not imported stuff. The only valid reason, by the way, I would think of why this didn't came as option is like maybe some top secret, like because this machine is, once upon a time was at Airbus, and it's like, yeah, who used such most expensive top of line workstations? The Sun UltraSpark stuff was used at times at GE, General Electric, X-ray machines, or Siemens. I think Siemens X-ray also, of course, probably NASA or this Airbus and stuff, right? Or I have other, the UltraSpark, I think, were at Knorr, as far as I remember. Don't quote me on that, it's not a paid advertisement. I think I got them from Knorr Bremse here in Germany. Of course not direct, like from people who like recycled e-waste there and stuff. But I think there was a sticker or other stuff of Knorr Bremse, some railroad and other brake manufacturer here, and maybe even car, whatever. So yeah, at this fancy design stuff, you could also think at the usual internal combustion engine production and design stuff, like certainly airplanes. So CAD also are right. By the way, the other PA-RISC I heard, but also don't quote me on that, this is also only second-hand hearing. When I got the VIA CHA previous video with this Encore, there at this liquidation sale, apparently were also PA-RISC machines. So probably not used actively anymore because in the year 2019 it doesn't make sense, I would say, but probably what you would have used like in the year 2000 or 2004 or stuff, maybe for like designing integrated circuits, right? You would of course use the most, like getting the last 20 or 40 or 50%. I'm not sure if you would get double the performance, although certainly like over the top of the line Intel x86 at the day. But maybe some design stuff like EDA, electric design application stuff, and CAD stuff was probably at times only available for this proprietary Unix machines, right? Maybe even for mission critical stuff, like you wouldn't want to lay out your integrated circuits with like Windows NT that sometimes crash the stuff. So of course you would use the most reliable, high performance and mission critical stuff you would get back in the day for this high profile jobs where you pay like a 6-digit salary and you work for months and weeks and run simulations, right? Your instruction traces and optimizations, your ASIC layout and stuff. But yeah, funny stuff. Certainly you don't need audio, and maybe that at times you wouldn't want audio, right? Just for the security of you're designing airplanes or integrated circuits and you don't want stuff accidentally or intentionally being recorded and stuff. So it's probably the only reason I would imagine why you wouldn't want a less than $10 in value bloody generic audio card. By the way, this card is sold as generic, was sold as generic PCI stuff, and you even get this, and ironically the Hewlett-Packard card is sometimes some dollars cheaper, because who knows about and wants to buy a HP branded part without a game board and some rear audio jacks. Anyway, that's it for this video. Have a good day and night. Don't forget to share and subscribe, and talk to you soon for more work on this exotic architectures to come.